Hi there, and welcome to Neophyte.tv, the technology show for the not-so-geeky. This is our Halloween episode, in case you haven't noticed. I'm sitting here with Elvis in his later years, and I'm going to beat him into shape because he's gained a little weight.
Hold me, stand up, hold me true.
Cut. Elvis.
I like it very much. Let go.
Elvis, we need to focus on your voice second, and your physical fitness first. Okay?
This is all man. This is all me.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to handcuff this to the refrigerator. All right? You do not get in without permission.
It's a little, not so much Elvis, sounds a little more John Wayne. That's not good.
Yeah. So what are you for Halloween? You know, if you have an opportunity, send us some pictures. I think that some of the most creative, if you've got a good costume, send it over. We'd like to see them. Maybe have some ideas for next year. Although I say Ben's very creative.
And in today's show, we're going to be looking at, now remember a few weeks ago we looked at some of the new iPods, the iPod Nano and the iPod Classic. And at the time, the third iPod had not come out yet, the iPod Touch. And I have here in front of me an iPod Touch that I'm going to take some video of here.
So the iPod Touch is not Bluetooth, right?
No Bluetooth, no speaker, no microphone.
You cannot get Wi-Fi unless you're in a hotspot.
Well, you can get Wi-Fi like at home.
Well, you have to be in a hotspot. You have to be within range and have the network security code and all that stuff.
So here is the iPod Touch, and it's basically an iPhone without the phone. But it also does not have Bluetooth as well, like you were saying. And it does not come with some of the applications that the iPhone has. No mail. No Google Maps. No stock charts, no weather, all of those cool applications. That
costs you, what, $3,000 a year to be with AT&T?
Okay, AT&T aside, that's right. So the other nice thing is it's actually quite a bit thinner. Have you noticed it's quite a bit thinner than the iPhone? I did notice that, yeah. Here's, take a look at this here. Here it is, and if you take a look edge on, it is quite a bit thinner than the iPhone. Now, here's something kind of different, though, that I've done here. I've used this thing called Jailbreak, which is this hacking application that you can use to open up the phone.
Is that legal? Because I could arrest you for that.
Thank you very much. To open up the phone, and what I've done is I've actually put all those iPhone applications back on this phone. So if I open it up here.
No, that's legal?
Well, it's legal, but I think it's not supported. So take a look at this.
I'm going to have to check my manual.
Look, I've put a nice little background on it.
Oh, that looks
and you'll notice here that I've got mail, like, you know, the one here. So if I click on this, I can go in there and get my mail just like you would.
Jailbreak, huh?
It's called Jailbreak. That's what it's called, yeah. And it also has iPod functionality. I've got the calendar in there. Here's a cute little program called Sketches that I put on here. I don't know if you can see this. This turns it into kind of like an Etch-a-Sketch where I can take my finger and actually, see that? Actually draw around like that.
Okay.
You know, so you can actually draw there's all kinds of games you can get on here. They're working on a Nintendo emulator, so you can play Nintendo games on here.
Cool.
So lots of fun stuff. Plus I put maps on here. I put stocks back on here again. So you can add all these applications from the iPhone back to your iPod Touch.
And how many gigs do these come in?
So this one is 8.
Okay.
And it also comes in a 16 as well. And this has a lot more iPod functionality. For instance, with an iPhone, you have to sync playlists. You can't just drag songs to it. You can't drag videos. You have to set up a playlist, and then anything you want, you put in that playlist, and then you hit the sync button, and it'll sync it over.
Okay.
This has drag and drop on it. So with this, you can go into your music library.
It sounds like a Halloween party, doesn't it?
You go to your music library. Oh, there goes my microphone.
I got it, Elvis. I got it, Elvis.
Thank you very much. And we'll just stick this here. You can go into your iTunes library, and you can literally just drag the music across. So I think, functionality speaking, this has actually got a lot more iPod functionality than the iPod does.
You know, you've got hairs hanging down that are so distracting. It looks like these hairs that are just like hanging down here.
Hey, it's a cheap costume. What do you want?
It looks like nose hairs because it's like hanging out the end of your nose.
Hold this. Tell me what you think, size-wise. You know, would this make a good iPod for you?
It would make a good iPod. I still have the issue with the service provider being stuck with one, and
no service provider.
No,
this is not an iPhone.
Well, except for the fact that I would need a service provider because I would want the accessibility, being able to get Wi-Fi anywhere.
Right. Well, and you can't get that Wi-Fi. Then you need an iPhone.
Yeah, I know, but if they had one more application on here that you could access, almost like a Sprint card, where it's $50 a month, you just have it on your.
That's called an iPhone. It's $50 a month, or $60 a month for iPhone.
So that's for like 2 minutes a month.
Well, it's unlimited data, though. It is unlimited data. Now, there's no way to get any phone functionality on here. There's no microphone. There's no speaker.
Then you have to buy that cable, special cable for video.
Out. Yeah, that's true.
So some of the things that I'm sticking with what I've got for now.
And you have the Nano.
I have both the Nano, and then I've got the 80 gig, previous version.
Right, with a hard drive.
With a hard drive, because I just get a lot more stuff on it. It works on all my. I already have bought 5 cables for my house. I have, a little inset next to the TVs that I can take them and put them wherever I want. And not yet. Not yet for me. I like what they came up with. I like that you did jailbreak, although that was very naughty, probably.
I'm a naughty boy.
That's cool. Cool what you did.
Nasty comments on my Elvis accent. I can see that already. But I like it, and I got to tell you, when I first got it and it didn't have those applications, I was pretty ho hum.
Yeah.
But now that it's got these applications on it, that again, and let me reiterate. I don't think I said it yet, so let me iterate, since I'm not reiterating.
3, okay.
That putting these applications, I think it voids your warranty. I mean, these are not from Apple, right? This is a third-party hack that allows you to put these applications on. You like those handcuffs?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how to unlock them now.
Yeah. So you put all this stuff on, and you'll be able to put games on here and all kinds of other stuff. I think that really adds to the functionality of what is a fairly expensive $299.
But see, it's not fair. Does it really void the warranty? You're not sure.
I think it voids the warranty. I think if you take this back to if you take this into an iPhone store and there's something wrong with it, they're going to say, "I'm sorry, you put some."
But can't you just reset it to factory default?
You can do that, yes.
Yeah. And so they would never really know. I mean, there's no sort of neo
unless
trail.
Unless it was broken to the point. Let's say the battery ran out or something was broken to the point where you couldn't turn it on.
Oh, that would.
So you couldn't reset it to factory faults. Then you take it into there, and they try to fix it for you, and they
realize
you've done this.
They realize that you have done some violations in their agreement to purchase everything from them.
So the iPod Touch, I got to tell you, I give this let me play some video on it so people can see.
The video is great.
The video is beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm going to play
video
here.
Is
I've
great.
got a Seinfeld episode, I think, on here. Let's fill this back. So here's a little sign. Now, you'll notice, unlike the iPhone that has a speaker on it, the iPhone, you can hear the music or the videos through the speaker. This has no speaker, so you definitely do need to have headphones or something.
Just like the regular iPod.
Just like a regular iPhone. And there's Jerry Seinfeld naked.
Nice.
Yeah. So, beautiful screen. Same thing with, if I go back here to the photos section here, where's photos right here?
There's no question this is a very pretty iPod.
Yeah. Once again, here you've got the same sort of thing where you rotate the screen and then you can go through the photos just like you can on your iPhone.
Right.
So very, very similar functionality. In fact, if you're someone who likes the iPhone, but you're totally attached to your phone service because it's on Sprint.
Service, yeah.
Then this is maybe a good option for you.
Well, if this had, the only thing I think that this is really missing is the fact that you can't connect via Wi-Fi. That would be, of course, then you're saying it'd be a phone. But
and you can connect at home. If you've got Wi-Fi at home, you can connect at home. And you know what?
But then you have to go and download the applications that weren't supposed to be on here in the first place.
Wi-Fi comes with it.
But I mean, to check your mail and get your mail and do.
That's right. There's no mail. You do have to get those.
So you sort of have to,
So I give it like a 3 out of 5 the way it came, but I give it a 5 out of 5 once you put all those extra applications on it. So I'm kind of half and half. Maybe I should be like in the middle, a 4 out of 5 or something.
Well, I'm going to be a 2 out of 5, and I know that's going to be really low. But I just don't think that it's fair that you have to get different cables. I mean, you thought you're doing high definition, and it makes me feel frustrated with Apple because they are. Then, trying to get you on the back end again. Gosh, have we all not spent $1,000 on iPods,
The cable
at
issue
some point?
really bothers me as well. And that's the same with all the new
And being stuck
at
that service provider on the iPhone.
Yeah.
So, if it wasn't for those issues and I could just put this right back in, I probably would have bought this already.
Yeah.
And it's just something simple like a cable.
Well, that's 2 out of 5 for Tiffany and 5 out of 5 for me, hacked. 5 out of 5 hacked for me. So that's 7 out of 10 for the Apple iPod Touch, which I think is a great form factor with these other applications. Without these other applications on it, I think I'd rather just stick with a Nano.
Yeah.
But with the mail and the other stuff on it, that is enough to justify the.
And now you have both. You have the iPhone.
I have the
and
iPhone as well. Of course, I could for viewing and such, you got to have.
That's right. You gotta have one of everything.
Check out these sideburns. Come on. So, actually, this sideburn would be a great iPod Nano case. If I could somehow figure out a way to just like adhere it here, stick it right there, that'd be a great case for it. I could just hide it in my sideburn.
I can't imagine that you won't go out in Halloween without something high tech. Like you'll have a Google map already up of like the best houses to hit for Halloween to get the best candy.
And we have another segment coming right back after this. So please hang around and stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Able to take a look at the figures for next week's presentation.
I don't really know what you just said, but I don't know what you said.
I sent the presentation on the spreadsheet for next week's presentation.
The newest iPods, including the new iPod Classic, which tops out at 160 megabytes, and the new iPod Touch, which is just like... Hi there, I'm Ben Friedman from Neophyte.tv, and for the best sound for your podcasts or office communications, check out the microphones at revolabs.com. And welcome back to Neophyte.tv. And I have no idea what I'm doing. Sorry, I apologize.
Do you have a... I think that we need to get Nurse Ratchet in here and cut off the medication, Elvis.
In the second spotlight today, we are taking a look at this. This is from a company called Newer Technologies. Newer Technologies. This is the miniStack version 3. And it's an external hard drive and port hub for a computer. Now, it's designed to go with a Mac Mini. For instance, here I have a Mac Mini, and it's designed, you'll notice it fits right underneath a Mac Mini,
cool.
like so. But even though it's designed for that, to be honest, I don't use a Mac Mini. I have a laptop. You have a laptop. It works great with any laptop or even any desktop computer. But I think it's very well designed to go with laptops.
Oh, I do too.
Let me show you.
The fact that it's small, it's small footprint.
Small
footprint. You could probably turn on its side,
Yeah.
if you want to.
That's right.
So you've got lots of...
Stand it up that way.
Yeah, lots of...
like that. Now, what's cool about this, and this is something that most external drives don't have, this has USB, FireWire 800, and this new connector, eSATA, which is serial drive connector on here. And you can connect using any of these to your computer, and it will automatically use the fastest ports to connect to the hard drive.
Very nice.
So if you connect via USB, you'll get USB speeds. If you connect via the FireWire, you'll get FireWire speeds. If you connect via the eSATA connection, you'll get those speeds. Very, very smart for connecting. And if you use the eSATA, if you've got one of those on your laptop, then you're going to get really fast speeds.
It's probably one of those ports I wonder what that one does.
Yeah. Well, that's right. And, I don't know if the new Mac Minis, the old Mac Minis don't have eSATA things on there. So even though it's supposed to go with a Mac Mini, it doesn't have the right port for it. But some of the newer laptops and new desktops, like a Mac Pro and some of the other ones, have that eSATA. You plug that in.
I'll have to look on my iMac and see.
Yeah.
I didn't buy that too long ago.
And you're going to get, the iMac probably has the FireWire 800, which is also very, very smart and doesn't have a lot of other stuff you can hook it up to. So, it's a good thing to hook that up. And you'll get, if you hook it up to the USB, you then have a USB hub here. You can use other USBs. And if you hook it up to your FireWire, you can use the other FireWire port.
I can imagine that would be great for video editing.
This is great because of the speed.
The speed, right.
It's really fantastic for video editing.
I like it.
Yeah, it's 500 gigabytes for $239. Now, that's a bit more expensive than you could go out and buy just an external hard drive.
Yeah, but it has the extra functionality that's coming out with it. It's got the new technology.
It's got the
hence the name.
Newer Technology.
Oh.
So,
we get it. We get it.
So it really fits well. And I hooked this up via the FireWire 800, and that allows you to use the other FireWire port. So it's a bit weird. FireWire and USB are still kind of separate. If you hook up the FireWire port to your computer, you can then use this FireWire port and this other FireWire port.
So you could do, basically use it as a hub.
Yeah, but only for FireWire, not for USB.
Right.
But if you then hook up the USB port, you can then use this 1, 2, and 3 USB ports as a hub. So if you plug 2 wires into your computer, FireWire and USB, you can use all those ports.
I don't know about you, but my hard drives look like octopuses. There's just wires going in and out of going everywhere. I just plug everything in and figure out what works.
Right. It's got internal cooling, it's got a little fan thing in here. And the other cool thing I like about it is it has the, and most external drives don't have this. It has the Kensington locking port. So if you buy one of those locking cables, you can tie it around your leg or
tie around your leg,
tie around the desk leg, and lock it down here, which is great for if you're ever doing something mobile, like if you're going to a client's office or something and you take it so you can do some video editing. We do a lot of video editing. So if you go to a client's place and you've got all your video on here, you can lock it down to the desk along with your laptop. You can lock your laptop to the desk and this to the desk, and if you need security.
Just in case. You know, it's very hard to take you seriously with that costume.
You know, I
am going to
when newer got a little wig hair. When newer technology,
I don't think that's wig hair. It reminds me of something else.
I don't know what that would remind you of. When newer technology sent us this product, they probably did not realize that they would be being reviewed on Halloween episode, and therefore would have.
Right, but you know, we got it. We got through it without me cracking up and interrupting. It took a lot of work on my part to be a good listener, because this is just so. I mean, you should see yourself.
I can see myself.
Funny.
It's I got to tell you, it's a very cool device. I would love it if they could come out with a way where you can plug one cable in and that gets you USB and FireWire. You know, you don't have to plug two cables in at the same time. That bothers me.
We could use my handcuffs to lock this up.
Not going there.
Maybe not these ones specifically, because these are a little plasticky, but you know, make little handcuffs for these.
Sure.
Yeah, lock them up, keep it safe.
Yeah.
So, newer technologies, good job.
It's very
I
hard
like
for
this.
me to keep my head inside the frame here for this episode. I don't know if you noticed that I keep going out.
You have a big head anyway, so I mean, adding that hair and everything else, it's definitely right over the top. Right over the top.
Yeah.
But look how nicely my head fills out now, because I've got a small head.
Yeah, you have
like
a small head.
Like a pinhead.
A nice.
See, that's why I have to do bigger hair sometimes, because I'm a little petite.
So my only complaint would be: could Newer come out, or could someone come out with a way to use one cable to hook it up, and that gets you USB and FireWire? I only have to have one cable, and
because like I said, mine's an octopus. I mean, I've got cords everywhere on my desk with my. But I would buy this. So I think this is a. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. Actually, 4 out of 5. It's a little bit higher price than the others, but I agree with Ben. If we can get a way to get the technology with the one cable, that'd be
And I'm going to go with a 4 out of 5 as well. Again, I love it. I also, and if you've got a Mac Mini, I mean, it's just great how well it just stacks up.
Nobody at Newer Technologies will be arrested today.
That's right. But I also agree it's a little pricey, and it also, I really wish there was a way of just hooking it up with one cable. That would be, I think,
very cool.
But other than that, I give 4 out of 5.
Design is good. Footprint's
great
good.
design.
Small.
And it works, like right out of the box.
And it works.
It works.
The big key is that it works, folks.
So that's 4 out of 5 for Tiffany. 4 out of 5 for me. 8 out of 10.
He's distracting himself with his own costume.
Have some, fried chicken. I'll be right back.
Or maybe it's the police uniform.
That's pretty distracting too, I gotta tell you.
Hey, I did a G-rated. See, this is the neophyte party outfit.
That's right.
I toned it down.
Yeah.
But
there's only half as much of that outfit there when she goes up trick-or-treating.
Trick-or-treating, yeah, right. Get the door slammed in my face. I don't think all the mommies would like that.
4 out of 5 for Tiffany, 4 out of 5 for me. That's 8 out of 10 for the Newer Technology miniStack.
Yeah.
A term that could not be applied to Tiffany.
Did you come up with that on your own, Ben?
Version 3.
I said I did the toned down version. I didn't do the pop out.
That's all the time we have for this week. If you have a second, visit our website. Send us a comment. www.neo-fight.tv. And we will see you next week, where we will be much more appropriately dressed.
Thank you for watching, and happy Halloween.
And if you have an extra 30 seconds, take a look at this.
Hey, I'm Andy Walker. Have you just bought a new computer with Windows Vista on it? Or maybe you've got an old XP computer that you're upgraded. Well, we've just created an amazing new DVD. It'll teach you everything you need to know about the new operating system from Microsoft. It's called Getting Started with Windows Vista. In this DVD, there are 3 sections. One is out of the box. What do you need to do as soon as you start up Vista? Number 2 is Vista Essentials, things you need to know every day to make a computer experience amazing. Antivirus, security, all kinds of new features that Vista offers. And finally, Geek Tips and Tricks, things you need to know that nobody else will have told you that make you a Vista guru. For more information, check out our website at gettingstartedvideo.com.